Hi everyone, my name is Victoria and today I'm going to show you the all-new holographic base from Northern Fabrics. So this base is really unique because I'm going to attempt to show you it's shiny. Let's see if we can get up close. Okay, so you can see all those glitter dots on top of the pattern print. That is what makes it kind of holographic looking. That's why it's called that. So this is a fabric that I've ordered from Northern Fabric. It's the pattern from the new Barbie movie, her leotard outfit when she goes roller skating with Ken. So that's why I got it in the holographic base. Thought it would add like a cool new element. So I'm going to go over how I test a fabric and show you how to do that, along with showing you how unique this fabric is and what it can be used for. So the first thing I've done is I've cut a 10-inch strip. It's about 10 inches by 3 inches. If you don't want to waste that much fabric, that's fine. You can do 2 inches or maybe even an inch. So I cut my test rectangle. And then I washed the rest of the fabric. So the rest of the fabric I washed in my machine. I washed it with warm water and I dried it in the dryer on warm. This fabric is totally synthetic. So it's made of, I think it's 85% polyester, and the rest is lycra. So it's totally synthetic, which means normally we don't use any heat with synthetic fibers because they can melt really quickly and ruin your fabric. So generally they recommend washing cold and hanging to dry, which is fine, but I don't do all my laundry that way. So I like to wash my fabric the way that I do my laundry so that I know for sure that there's not going to be any shrinking or any ruining of the garments that I make. So I've already washed this, and as I showed you before, the sparkle is still there. And if I compare the patch that I did not wash, you actually cannot tell a difference. They are just as shiny. And I measured my fabric after washing and it didn't shrink at all. So I washed in warm and I dried in warm and there was no shrinking. So that's nice. So this fabric is 250 GSM. GSM stands for grams per square meter. It's the weight of the fabric. So generally the higher the GSM, the thicker the fabric will be, or the heavier the fabric will be. So this one is like a good thickness. It's comparable to like a cotton lycra that you could get. It's kind of a similar weight. It's like I said before, it's a synthetic fabric, so it's not going to drape the same way. It has a little bit more structure to it, which is nice. It makes for very twirly skirts or more things that need a little bit more structure than natural fiber. So being a synthetic fiber, some of you might immediately think, oh, that's such a negative thing, it doesn't breathe, but there are actually some benefits to synthetic fibers as well. To start, they're very strong and durable, so you can stretch and it has good recovery. It's not going to pill very easily or tear or anything like that. It's very strong and durable, so that's definitely a positive. They are generally cheaper and quicker to make, or quicker to make and quicker to print on. So that's a plus also. They don't absorb water, so they are kind of water resistant, which is nice, and they're quick to dry. Like I said before, they don't shrink very often, whereas natural fibers tend to shrink up a little bit. Polyester and other synthetic fibers don't. And then there's the eco-friendly way to look at things, which is that we don't need to use plants or animals to make this. They're also not very attractive to moths, if that's a thing that you're worried about, and are kind of insect resistant because they can't get through the fibers very easily. So some things you can make with this, I mean, the options are endless, truly. But what I've seen a lot of people make are dresses, leotards, dance outfits. It's very stretchy and comfortable. The back is very soft, so you don't have to worry about chafing and things like that. It's a really, really nice fabric to wear for like dance and gymnastics and things like that. My girls love the twirl factor of fiber, synthetic fiber fabrics like these. They love like swim for that reason, and this is kind of a bit thicker than the average swim fabric, so it provides that little bit of stability and kind of like beautiful drape for the skirts and everything. So yeah, those are some options that you can make, but like I said, the options are endless. So this fabric is made up of 85% polyester and 15% lycra. So polyester is man-made, kind of like a plastic thread essentially, and lycra is actually basically the same thing as spandex. It is just brand named elastane. So spandex, elastane, and lycra, they're all interchangeable. They're all basically the same thing. Lycra is just a brand name for spandex. So 15% means there is a ton of stretch in this fabric. We can go ahead and test it right now. So the way we test the stretch of the fabric is I like to cut the 10-inch strip, as I was telling you. I hold it at the beginning of my ruler at the 0 mark, and I stretch it down as far as it will go comfortably. This one goes to 17. And then in order to calculate the percentage of stretch that a fabric has, every inch after 10 inches, we add a 0 to, and that's the percent. So if it's stretched to 11 inches, it would be 10% stretch. If it's stretched to 12 inches, it would be 20% stretch, and so on. So for 17 inches, that's 7 inches past 10, add a 0, so it's 70% stretch. So there you have it. That is the new holographic base. And you can get any print printed on the holographic base during any of Northern Fabrics pre-orders. So right now they have pre-order number 30 on the go, and you can head over there now and order yourself some holographic fabric.